All right, let's do some Tuesday evening coding. How's everybody doing? I'm following the trend to build some custom OBS stuff here. And last week what we did is that we basically implemented a little TIL command, which is a Twitch command. So when I now type in TIL, there should be some light bulbs appearing above my head. So the way that works is that basically on top of the screen that you see is that, is my microphone here? Yeah, that there is a website running on top of this, and basically it is this website here, which is currently running on localhost 3000, and you cannot see it because it's behind my little camera widget here. But yeah, exactly, creepy shaving going here. Yep. So with exclamation point help, you see all the commands that are available. And what I wanted to do today is, first of all, bring back the chat messages so that they appear on stream. But before I want to do that, I want to fix the TIL command. So the way it works right now is that there is one component, which is the initial route, which is the home component. And whenever there comes in, so I'm using hooks here and effects and all this kind of things. And when I then open up a socket connection, which is already, I should have cleaned up a few things here, which is coming from TMI, which is a Twitch library. And whenever there is a message coming in that is TIL, then I'm basically counting up some light bulbs. And after a certain timeout, I clear these up. So what happens now is when I do TIL, you see that some appear, but there's this little jump happening there. So they're adding up, but they're not keeping the state. And the reason for that is that currently I'm only dealing with an array, which holds the number of light bulbs. So we see here that we have light bulb count and set light bulb count. And whenever a message comes in, I'm setting the new light bulb plus 3 plus a random number. And then when we pass these, we have here a light bulb component that only accepts a count of things. So when we go into light bulbs, it creates a new array, and then it is iterating over that array. But there's no chance to keep state, because basically what I do is I always create a new array and there's nothing in there. So what we should basically do first is we should change that to an array of light bulbs with coordinations, so that these can keep their state and they are not adding up like they do right now here, and they are not jumping. So let's have a look. So yeah, and everything is a Next.js app, which is running here in my terminal, and let's see how this all goes. I had a very hard time with React Spring last week, so let's hope that it's going a little bit better this week. So the way the light bulbs work, they accept currently a count, which comes from here. And probably we should change that first of all to something that we have here, which is light bulbs. And then we can reuse this here, light bulbs. And the way that I envision that is that this light bulbs property that then should be an array of light bulbs. And then let's see how I'm mapping over this array. So you see there that we have a transition object that grabs this array, which currently is really just an array of empty strings. And there I'm giving it some transformation. So this here is React Spring stuff. And then basically where the magic happens is this here. So, and what I would do is here that I would grab all these random numbers and I would generate them from the parent component, so that we hopefully don't see these big jumps anymore. So what we do first here is we bring in a new state, which is, let's see, which is light bulbs, and then we do set light bulbs, and this should start being an empty array. Cool. And then when a message comes in, what we want to do is we want to do set light bulbs. And because we want to reuse the previous value, what we have to do is we have to pass in a callback so that we can reuse the previous value. Otherwise it gets very fancy and complicated, and React hooks are not working like you expect them to work. So what we would have to do here is we would have to do the return value of this is then basically the new value for the setter here. So what we could do here is that we could return, then we keep the light bulbs that we have, so we're gonna spread them in, and then we're gonna we have to do something with this here. We have to do something similar to this. So let's say that we grab all of this here, and then we say, let's just push in one. Let's start with one. We're gonna just push one new object into this. So let's make it, let's make that an object. And with this, theoretically, so let's maybe log that out if that works. So when we go here, we could do, we just log that out. So we do JSON, and with this empty thing, so let's pass it an empty array here for now. Not getting better here? Okay. So when we now do TIL here, we should see something in our page. So it has a problem with an index here. So let's have a look what's going on. Let's just drop that for a second, because this was kind of randomizing the appearance and where the light bulb is. So what we could do here is something like this. And then we also comment this one out here, like this. So hopefully we get rid of the error. Let's have a look. When we now do TIL again, at least it's not throwing an error, but it is showing 5. I don't know where the 5 is coming from, so let's have a look where the 5 is coming from. I think that's just a leftover from the, yeah, it's this one. Maybe we should do it like this. Let's drop the 5 and go forward and say, do again TIL. And this is showing us some stuff here. Nice, so here we see that we have some properties going on, and it is already showing, it has 3 different light bulbs, and it is doing some random stuff here. Okay, so that is not too bad. So how could we now improve this? Let's make it work first. So what we want to do here is we want to grab the light bulbs, which means that probably we can exchange this. And when we're a little bit lucky, it could actually already work. So I'm typing in another TIL here, and it does not, because so we don't need the light bulb array anymore. So let's drop this one. And then we have a transitions array. We're iterating over these. And then we would probably have what is props in that case? Can we Let's have a look what props inside of this. So this is now a mapped array from React Spring, and I have no idea how this actually works. So let's say, let's do just the same thing here. Let's have a look. JSON stringify props, and let's see if it still gives us back the things that we passed into it. So when we now do another TIL, here we go, and I go to the website that is on top of it, what do I see here? I see that my array is growing because we're not cleaning it up. Okay, so maybe we should do this first. So on this timeout here, what we would like to do is that we would like to do set light bulbs and repass, and we do it again with an empty array. So this now should at least clean things up again. After we trigger another command here, so let's see if that works. So we trigger another one, the array grows, and now after 10 seconds, it should... nice. Okay. So that is good. So now we only have to figure out how to make it work with the light bulbs here. So what we see here on the right side, which you don't see, so I should probably move that here. What we see here is that we have the light bulbs, which now accepts this light bulbs array. And whenever let's just put the browser window next to each other. Let's do it like this, and let's do it like this. So whenever we now trigger the command, there is basically nothing. Okay, that is great. So let's have another look into the component itself. So we're iterating over this one. I'm not into spinning up the debugger yet, so let's have a look at this. And let's bring up the DevTools. Here we go. And let's have a look if we have some console messages that we could see what is actually going on. So it stays an empty array. Because I didn't update the other one and I'm not passing them. That is it. Yeah. So let's grab the light bulbs and let's start passing these actually down. So you see here that with Next.js, there comes a lot of nice reloading and refreshing, which is pretty nice. So when I now trigger a new TIL, we should have at least put up, okay, we have at least an error here. What is going on? Converting circular structures. Okay, so let's remove the JSON stringify for now, and let's see if this was actually the only error that we had here, that I was not passing it down. So when we now do the TIL command again, oh, do I see some light bulbs there already? And are they disappeared? Nice! So theoretically, oh, but they're still jumping. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. Because we're not reusing the things yet. Okay, so the key, should we give them a random key? Because I assume that React Spring needs the key to kind of, yeah, the key is important so that we're not doubling the work here. Let's just have a look if that actually already works. So currently we're filling this array and we have left, top, and transform. So what we could do here theoretically is props, if it passes down all the props left, props top, and the transformation should be props transform. So let's see what happens now. So everything is recompiling, reloading, okay. And now when we do TIL again, we see 1, 2. Well, we see a lot of light bulbs, but there doesn't look like the thing is passed down. Maybe it is items. Let's have a look if it is item here, because React Spring is also bringing in these kind of things here in the callback. So it has an item, props, and a key. So let's have a look what happens now. So we have TIL, that looks good. TIL, TIL. Sweet. And they're basically staying where they are, which is pretty nice. So last thing to fix the light bulbs, just for now to move on, is to bring back this logic here. So basically what happened here is, how do we do this? Should we just do it manually? And we always say that for every TIL we have this value. And then for the other one that we add a multiplication with -1. -1, and then like this. And then we invert it for the other one. So we go multiply -1 here, and we do nothing here. So hopefully then the light bulbs show up on both ends above my head already. TIL, 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 TIL. Nice! And now they should all disappear again. Come on. Nice. Cool, so let me make that a little bit shorter here. Let's go with 5 seconds again. And then we can start having a look at how to implement the chat messages coming from Twitch. I was thinking having them below the image at some point. I will have a proper green screen and I will reassemble how everything looks. But for now, I think just below the webcam is probably the best place here. So what we did now so far is that we fixed the TIL command, and whenever you now do TIL, some light bulbs appear, and yeah, I think that's already pretty nice. So with this, I have already a few commands in my custom Twitch setup done. So now it's maybe time to show some messages and animate them in. So just to show you what we have here too is, yeah. So Madalena joins the party again. So the Viking is her favorite here. You can see all the commands via exclamation point help. So let's remove our light bulb debugging here. And what should we do here? So first of all, we have the socket connection already available. And what we would have to do is we would have to keep track of the messages, which I already did before I sidetracked the last week. And then we could probably just pass in the messages. Hello. And I'm not really sure what kind of stuff do I get here. Do I get also when people join? So for example, what do I see here? Can someone type some messages? Let me just log out. Oh, I have a log message. So when we do here, can someone send some messages so that I can see what is actually, if it's really just a string that is coming back? You got it working. Nice. Nice. So how do I get a username or something? Is that not coming from the, hey Layla, how's life, Layla? How do I get usernames and stuff for a chat message? Is that not the right thing to do here? Because it looks like there is not much, okay, I'm getting distracted by the bots happening here. So it looks like I only get the messages. How do I get more stuff? So I think it's time to have a look at TMI and let's see what we get there. So let's open that one, TMI.js docs. It's not too bad, Layla, isn't it? Wait, it's time for celebration. So, so when I debug this whole thing. So where was my socket? I'm in the wrong file. So when I can do client on message, and all I get, because I'm logging in here in my console, I really only see the message coming up and not more information. So let's have a look at how that actually works. Kevin, I assume it's you, Kevin. Hello. So let's have a look. So we do exactly this. And then, is there some documentation page going or something? So this is exactly what we have already. We have exactly the socket handling here. Oh no, yeah, happy you joined the party here. So let's get rid of this one. So we got channel, tags, and message and self. Maybe we should look all of them. So I assume, so we have channel, tags. So what do we get here? Can someone send a message here? Let's see what happens. So we get, hey, is that it? Message, channels. Oh, I think this is logging in the client. Oh, is it? Let's have a look. Can go down here. Let's see. So we have some logger. I don't think this is my stuff. We have initialized client here. Received message. Is that all I get here? So let's do another one. So this now should show received message, which we have here. This is exactly this stuff coming here. And then it should log more things. Message is this string here. So we have message here and we have what's on. And it seems to be just a string. And the rest is empty. I think I have something terribly wrong here. So let's have a look at it. If message client say, so let's have a look how to get the username. Oh, well, that is great. Is that the docs? Come on, people. Here we go. Okay, JavaScript package for Twitch chat. That makes a lot of sense. What is that? Tags. Here we go. This is what we're probably looking for. All right. So let's log this out. And let's do a template string here. Everything is refreshing. Here we go. And what we're looking for is basically this. Now when we do this, we should see in the client, did we? No, I don't think we did. Is it just the same thing here? Oh no, it's this. Huh. Well, no, it's not. I think this is it time for a refresh here? Hello. So let's have another look. So we have all this logger information. I would use all this logger information myself at some point. So when we now do a message here, that looks good. So it looks like that with this, we can already put in some messages and can fill the array to It looks good, Layla here, right? Layla codes it. I think that looks good. So what we could now do is on every message that comes in, so it looks like that this is the username and we have the message. So whenever a message now comes in, what we can do is, if it's self, we don't want to do anything with this. But so what we can do is set messages, and then we have to use a callback again because we want to use the available messages, and then we just return a new array, which is we spread these in, and then we pass in something like username, which seems to be this one, and then we do message, which is message. So with this, we could probably already bring back a chat component, which I have no idea what I did there. Well, that looks good. So it iterates over messages, and then it does, we can destructure this here because we will pass an object with a username and a message, and then we can do username colon message, and then when we go back here, we have the chat components available already, and when we now do, so light bulbs don't matter, but what we can do now is we can do messages and then messages, and maybe, just maybe, we're gonna see some stuff here now. Well, we see something. We see four dots. Everything else is missing. So let's have a look what we do. We want to spread these. And now I'm just gonna refresh that one here. So let's have a look. And now we do send another message. Nice. So what you see here is that because I have this this website, which you see on the right hand side, is on top of my streaming setup. You see that the messages are not very styled right now, but they are appearing already in the top left corner. So when I now do here, hello world, it should show up there. Nice. So that's the first step. Okay. That's another moment for celebration here because I'm So what we can do now is we could just style that, move that to the right, and then we're already getting close. How do I add custom emojis to Twitch? Here, so Layla is my Twitch advisor, and I really have to learn some skills here. I have to level up my game. Do I have to render these then? How does that work? Because right now I just get these. Okay, that makes sense. So what do we do? So I think that we should, first of all, we should move all the stuff to the right below the actually webcam. Are the custom emojis called slots? So let's just wrap that. I'm gonna do quick and dirty styling here, and then we're gonna do style, and then we do position, absolute, and then top. Let's go, I don't know, 20M, and right 5M. So these now should move it to the bottoms. Yeah, we're not writing CSS. We're writing JavaScript stuff. So now we do this. Okay, and now we already see that. Let's have a look how that looks. Okay, that's not looking great. So let me just bring that up full. Oh, it actually does. Okay, it's because of the absolute positioning. Okay, so we can continue with that one. And also on stream, it looks like it's okay-ish. So what we should now do is probably a little bit more top. So let's go for 30 here. And this already looks not too bad. And what we can then do is we should probably, so first of all, we have a rendering problem here. So let's go into the chat component. And what is going on here, it looks like some things are off here. So let's have a look. So we have li. That's actually not too, that doesn't look too bad actually. Why is it doing, oh, do we have empty messages in here? What is that? Do we have an empty message? Okay, we have too many messages showing up here right now. Let's just do a refresh here, and I'm gonna refresh the overlay just to, oh my god, everything is on top of each other. So let's refresh that one. So let's have a look, and we do hello world again. And another one. Okay, we have too many messages. Yeah, it looks way too messy for me. What is going on? So when we go back where we handle the messages, what we would do is I will grab some homework here for later, and I will improve over time, step by step by step. So why do we have too many messages here? Let's see. There's actually not much magic or logic going on here. So what we do here is we have messages, we spread it, and then we have a username, and then is this just my sockets? Am I connecting the socket several times? So let's refresh on the right side and see if this is, so this now should be an empty messages thing again. And then we do hello, which should be here somewhere. It does it twice. Do I have another set messages somewhere? Oh, what is this? Okay, I think I should clean some things up here. Okay, I think that is it. So when we now do a refresh here, we should only see one new message. So let's do hello. No, I figured the last week I had the following problem. So what I wanted to do last week inside of the use effect hook, what I wanted to do here is that I wanted to call a hook setter, something like this, and I wanted to use the messages that are outside. And this does not work. When you're in a use effect hook and you want to use something coming from a state hook, so you want to, what I basically want to do is I want to set something with a value from the previous one. And there's this case when you do this in a use effect hook that you have to use a callback. Because the way that React handles with all this hooks shizzle doesn't work. So that was the problem that we had last week, but I think it looks now already like it's working. It's working. Test. Yeah. Nice. So that is already cool. So what we should now do is probably to fight against my messiness on stream. What I really need is that these kind of things need some styling. So let's just do so that it doesn't look that messy anymore. Oh, here we go. Just a little bit, and let's give it a padding for now. That is probably too much. Nice. So how would we do this now? I think that, how do we do this? Embrace the mess. Is there a snap camera for that? Should we have embrace the mess, Layla? That will be funny. I'm not opening snap camera now, but I will research if there is something like that. So how would I style that now? So I think that first of all that, so we have it there on the right side. I think that probably, that we should probably, let's start styling with the container here so that I can, how would I do, when I had the first chat widget, should we do random colors? Is there a color somewhere available in the Twitch stuff? Simple command handler. Or is it always a random color? Do we have to have a map for colors? Should we? Maybe there's more stuff inside of the tags thing. So let's just start looking into tags here. So when we now go back and we have a look at the messages, what's in tags? Okay. So when we have here, well, it looks like every there's a color property. Cool. So let's figure that one out, and we could just pass that one down by doing color, it's equal tags, and then we do, what is it? Color. Oh, then we don't even need the error. Something like that. And then we could, is that a hex value? Yeah, nice. So what we could do here is per message, we could say, just for now, we grab the color and we say background equals color. And when we now save that, what do I see here? Okay, let me just do a refresh. Okay. Okay, so when we now have a message, I have a white message. Layla doesn't have a color. Niels doesn't have a color. Who had a color? Was it Salma? Oh my. How do we do this? Well, I think what we should do is we should bring in a, here we go. Nice. Let's give it some shadow just for now. Let's do box shadow. And then we do 0, 0.5, 0.5, and black. Oh my god, that looks so bad. That, oh my god. Let's do it something like that, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little brighter. Hello, my name is Stefan. I'm UI engineer. I'm very good with designs and color, as you see. Oh my goodness. So what do I want to do? I wanted to add random colors for all the users. So I guess what we should do here is that let's create a user color map, and we do a new map here. And what we're gonna do if text color is undefined. So if we do text color, okay, I need a package for that. So npm random color. Whoops. So let's do that. Well, that looks exactly what I want to do. So I'm gonna stop the server. All the bots and stuff stops working for a minute. We're gonna install that one. And then we could, here we go, we then restart everything again. And what we're gonna do now is, I'm gonna go on top here. We are not using this one anymore. And then we're gonna do import random color from, what's the name? Random color. Is that right here? Random color. Let's see if we run into some common JS ES module stuff here. So what we want to do is, if, okay, let's grab some things here. So first of all, I want to have the username, which is tags display name. And then we have const user color equals tags color. And then I'm gonna do if not user color. So let's make that a let. I should probably put that into a function later. Then we do const color equals random color. Did I call it like that? Random color, yeah. Where are we? Random color. And then we say user color equal color, and also for our map we store that value so that the value is persistent for every user. It is random, but when one user had I want to set it to a map too, that's why I'm not going with the ternary. Then we do set username I might do it with I might do it with ternaries. So we set user color map, and then we do user color here. And then what we can do here is or user color map get username, and then color should be user color. Okay, so when we now go back here, so now you all set some colors for your profiles. Is that what you did here in the meantime? Okay, so let's have a look. So, hello. But I didn't, so it looks like that my blue here works. All right. Sweet. So that works. So what do you think? Should we just set a colorful border, or should I figure out how to make this accessible? Because black on dark blue is not gonna fly. All right. Then let's see. Is there an npm module for that? npm accessible colors. Make color accessible. That looks exactly. That is a good point to make name the color, but when we then have yellow on white, we have the same problem. How's the Twitch chat? Should we just make the username? Let's see what happens and how it looks. Yeah, might be a good idea. So let's then go here with a span and we drop in the username. And then we do exactly, we do style, color, color. And then we can drop that one from here. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, that's not too bad. It looks terrible on stream. And let me give that here white background. Background white. Okay. So that's not too bad. So what should we do next? I think that the next thing to do would be to limit the messages that are actually coming in. But first, let's have a look into the messages logic again. Let's clean that up first because it got already a little bit messy. So let's do get user color. And then we can pipe some stuff here. So what I want to do is basically I want to bring in, so in a perfect world, what we should do is that we should have something like const color equals get user color. And then we pass it a username and we pass it a tags. And then all this stuff here should go in here, and we get username and tags, and then tags color, user color, and then we return user color. Let's just do color, color, and color. Here we go. So then we would have color, get user color, and then we can drop that one here, and then it might still work. So let's see, I'm gonna do a refresh here on the right side. Refreshing, and I know still that I don't have a color set for my profile. But user color is not defined, so I've got something random color, and this is just color. All right, next try, it would be hello world. Still not. Did I miss one? Color, I missed one. Here we go. Now it's gonna work. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do color. What is going on? User, where are we here? User color is not defined, and it's not color, random color. Let's just bring this one in here. Here we go. And now what we can do is that we can do I need a refresh here? That looks like it's completely out of sync. So when we now do, where is it? Here we go. Nice. So I'm a little bit brownish. I'm also gonna refresh the streaming front end because it looks like something is stuck here. And then we can do hello world. And it still seems to work. Nice. Oh, and then it's interesting because in my browser it's brown and in the actually streaming front end it's green. So it's really random if a user doesn't have a color set, which is nice. So what should we do next? Let's see. So we have now some messages showing up. And what I actually wanted to do is that I wanted to limit, first of all, we have to bump the font size a little bit. Because that is way too small. So let's do font size, and I'm gonna go 1.5 M here. That's already way better. And then we do list style none and margin 0. Cool. So what I would like to do next is to limit the messages that are displayed. So probably it should be only the last 8, maybe the last 7. One more. That's already super cool. I'm super into this. That is super nice. So how would we do this? So I'm gonna go back to my hook handling with the messages. And what we would do is padding left 0. Did I miss something? Here we go. Padding 0, 2. Whoops. Huh, why is that big? I'm writing very dirty CSS here. Let's just limit the container. All right, that's not too bad. Let's go with a little bit smaller here, 10, 12. Okay, and let's give this one more, and I'm gonna position it a little bit different from the other angle, which is 4 here. 2 here. All right. So Neil says you display flags direction, justify content so that they come from the bottom, you mean? Let's do that a little bit later. Let's limit the messages to, oh no, whatever. Let's do it now. So you're saying for all this flag stuff, I always need ages to figure that out. So let's say you're saying display flags, and then we go flags direction column, and then we go justify content flex end. Okay, what did now actually happen? So let's see. So I'm gonna refresh the browser. Let's fill that up again. Thanks, Niels. Hello. Did I make something wrong, or is that exactly what we expected here to happen? So let's have a look. So what we have here is display flex, flex direction column, justify content, flex end. Which means that probably for that to take place, it probably should have a height, huh? So when we do 10M, so when this now has a height, and we do hello. Oh, that is nice. Sweet. So let's limit the height of the whole thing. Let's do height here, and we're gonna do, I don't know, 15M. How does it look on stream? Yeah, maybe let's go with 20. Let's give it a border first so that I can style that. 1 pixel solid green. 5 pixel solid green. Okay, so we can even go 20. Let's go with 18. And it should be a little bit wider, so let's go with 15 here. 14. And then we do overflow hidden. Overflow hidden. And not writing CSS, Stefan. Okay. Sweet. So let's comment that one out. Or maybe we can stick with the border actually. Oh, did I define the chat in height? I didn't think I did. But we probably should do that. I think that's a little bit nicer. Yeah, let's do here height 100%. And here we add the height here. Salma battle testing here. Thank you very much. So let's do, that is now too big. Huh, doesn't seem to work. Because this container here, yeah. Okay, we have the, let's pass that one down. I don't know if that is the proper React way to do this, but let's drop this div here. And let's get that one out, and let's pass the styles to the chat directly. And I think, let's have a look. Oops, what? And I think that is style are props automatically going to the component? No, they are not. So let's go to chat. Chat now has also a style property, and then we can do style here, and maybe let's have a look. That works now. So we have, that looks good. Nice. So where is it? Here we go. Oops. Here we go. So we have here, or no, I don't want to do it. Yeah. It looks totally misplaced now, but let's have a look. So we have here the chat, which is not, probably something like 20. So let's go, I could have just dropped that and moved that somewhere else, but okay. 15, 17, and then we want to have right only one, and yeah, I'm gonna live with the width now. Cool. So with this, hello, hello. Okay, it's time to refresh this whole thing here. Hello, coming from the bottom, and now next message. Sweet. I think, I know it's unfortunate, but I think it's time to actually drop the box shadow. I know it hurts, but I think we should now drop the box shadow. So where's the box shadow? Yeah, the box shadow here. And let's just do a little bit less padding. Let's keep it on the, how does that look? I think that we would need some, let's do 0.5 here. That's not gonna work. Here we go. Sweet. That's already not too bad. I feel like the font size is now a little bit too big though, but yeah, I think that is already cool. So let's do top. Here we go, to have a little bit more. I learned about what a rate is last week. Yeah, thank you again, Salma. But we're gonna have a Twitch lesson. I hope next week on Monday, Layla. I don't know. Then I'm looking forward to all the wisdom. Should we bring in a font? Is that now all behaving? Hello, and let's do. Should we show commands in here? Something. What happens when I now do this? I'm not sure, but what we can totally do is we can go to Google Fonts, and then let's see if is Comic Sans on Google Fonts. Comic Sans. What is that? Okay. So what should we, I'm gonna refresh here because it is having some troubles here. Oh man, I'm already super excited that this already worked so far. I think that's already super nice. I still think that we should limit the messages, because right now, if I would run this on a very long when a lot of people are talking, it's just filling up the memory, and we probably keep hundreds of messages in there. So, and my random color is still not accessible there. So what we should do is, let's limit the messages first, and then we're gonna make the color accessible here. So I'm gonna go back where the message handling is, and then we do, where's the message handling? It is here. And what we should probably do here is, let's have a look. I have to prototype that a little bit. So what happens if we have an array with just a few numbers, and I want to drop the oldest entries? Is that splice? What happens here? Well, that's not too bad. So how do we make that dynamic? Oh, we don't have to actually. So these are the last entries. So when we now would keep always the 5. Oh, slice is modifying the array, huh? Or what did just happen? 5? No, that's not what I want to do. I probably want to do -5. Yeah, so that I only keep, let's say, the last 10 messages. Is that modifying the array? Is that bringing me into troubles? So what if we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I do a slice -3. Nice. Okay, it's not modifying the array. So what we could do here is that we really only keep the last 10 messages. And with this, let's just log out the length of the messages just to be sure that it's not growing anymore. So when we now go in here, we could do messages length. And we should now see an integer here somewhere. There we go. So that's not 22. So let's start that from scratch again. Here we have a 0. Nice. So what we can do now is hello, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. Okay, that looks good. Let's just use 9 then. 9 here. And with this, we basically limited the messages that stay in memory, and due to Flexbox, it's always showing the messages from the bottom and then going up, which is, I think, already pretty cool. So let me refresh that one because there's still some stuff going. But that looks already pretty nice. So what we could do now is we could fix the, what color do I have now? So let's have a look. Let's refresh this one too, because there's still the chance that I assign a random color that is not necessarily accessible. Like the light yellow that I had. Which color do I have? It is showing that twice though right now. Do I have to look into the sockets here? What's going on? Is it always doing twice? Looks like it. Can someone else send a message? Is it everybody twice? But it's everywhere 2 messages. Did I mess something up? So let's just see the source of truth here. So when we now do, I think it's just some socket stuff, because it looks like it's working here. Yeah. Let me just do a refresh here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's working. So, but this color here clearly is, I would say, let's see what Chrome DevTools says. It is, was that a sign that it's, no, it shows already that this color is not accessible. We're not complying to WCAG standards here. So we already had something like this package here, which was like make color accessible. How many downloads does it have? Okay. No documentation. Usage, see Demo.js. All right, then let's follow what Neil says. Neil says we should check out the color package of NPM. So let's go here, and what we can see here is, how would I use this? Oh, you don't see that? So how would I use this? Contrast, is there something? Contrast. The big is light, is dark. If below value, just pick another random colors. What are you saying, Niels? Okay, let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install that one. So let's do npm install -- save color and start everything again. And then we can do, oh, we can write a while loop. I haven't written a while loop in a while. So let's import color from color. And then we can go into the color function that we have. How would we do this? There was some, oops. I clicked something, I think, no. I did. So while, would I have to, where is it? Contrast. Color, contrast. Wait, there's another color from, okay. So what we could do is color a constructor, or how does it work? Okay, so we have, what we could do here is, because see you, Layla, thanks for joining. So what we're gonna do is we define white, which is this one. And then we probably have to do something, where's the contrast again? So we have contrast. So then we could say, const random color, and then if white contrast random color smaller than, what is the value here that I should compare? Raycast contrast ratio to another color from 1 to 21. No, I'm not sure if I like that. Do I have to now pipe everything into the constructor? I'm not sure if... Thank you for joining, friends. Okay, Niels, I'm not sure if I'm convinced. There should be, I just want to use a package that, so this is a hex value. To make that work, I would now have to bring that in when I get that right into the constructor here. I'm not sure if I want to do this. Should we just give that a try? I think that actually looks not too bad. Let me just have a look at the... make color accessible. I think I'm gonna give it a try. And if it doesn't work, we go with the color package, and then we're gonna do something there. So what I do first is that I'm gonna clean up the color dependency, because let's not clean up yet. Maybe I'm gonna use it later. So what I want to do is I'm gonna install make color accessible. So let's do, and then we do npm start again. And then we just say random color, if not color, user set random color, and then what was it? Let's check demo here. Import make color accessible from make color accessible, and then we have this function which should be random color, something like this and like this, and then color. Here we go. Oh, I should start committing things here on stream. That gets a little bit wild already. So let's refresh this error that is currently on stream. Let's do a refresh here. And when we now see what colors are available, let's say hello world. Let me just refresh a few times and let's see if for my own username where we had the random color, if there will be, and I'm just going to trust it. Hello world again. Nice. That is cool. Nice. That is already good stuff. Oops. I am already fairly happy about this. Is there anything else that we should do? What do you think? I think that is already pretty nice. Otherwise, I feel like I reached my goal for today already. I would probably style it a little bit here and there to not have that much spacing. And it would be cool to change the messages of chat users when there's a command trigger, to not say that, for example, you see there that I did exclamation point celebrate. It would be nice to actually have something like Stefan celebrated or something, to map the commands to something else. Yeah, I think I should go with proper styling here at some point. But I think that I will just clean a few things up afterward. Let me just do for last things for the celebrate command to change the mapping here for two commands actually. Let's do something for celebrate, and let's do something for TIL, which hopefully still works. Yeah, nice. So that's cool. So let's do let's drop the colon first in the chat component. So where's the span here? Let's do it like this. And then do in the pages, if message is TIL. Oh, I have to untangle this. This is already a lot of things going on. I definitely have to clean that up. But let's say message, how do we call that? I want to say const let's say display message. And then I'm just going for ternary right now, right? Ternary is for the win. So let's say if message equals TIL, whoops. Then we have the message learned something, and then we do, otherwise we just do message. So and then we can bring in the display message here, and we do message. And when I now learned something, probably, nice. Super sweet. Is that growing still? Yeah, nice. All right. Yeah, I think I'm done for today. I think that was already a pretty decent thing. So what we did today is that I cleaned up my TIL command. That I brought in some chat messages. I styled them beautifully with a box shadow and stuff. So I have that now available. I probably will improve some things, and I will bring in maybe emotion. I think that's a very good recommendation here. And then let's see what we do the next time. So I'm definitely streaming Tuesdays, something around 8 o'clock-ish CET time. And sometimes I feel like maybe on Thursdays, but I'm not sure about that yet. So I want to say thank you for everybody for joining. I had a lot of fun today, so thank you for that. And I see you around the next time. Thank you very much. And I will do one more last command here. And, oh, I wanted to do celebrate. So let's do, I'm gonna shave a last time, and I'm gonna say, see you next time.